Hi and welcome to Karate Over Coffee. My name is Cheyne McMahon and I'm your host. This is a podcast dedicated to my experiences in karate. I started karate as soon as I could walk. My parents owned a full-time dojo, so I literally grew up in the dojo as our house was on top. I've lived and breathed karate my whole life, and I've trained with some really amazing sensei, competed for my country, and I've learned so much about the evolution and history of karate. And I'm here to share my experiences and learn. Enjoy. G'day guys and welcome back to Karate Over Coffee. I'm your host Cheyne McMahon and I've got my friend Simon here. So we're going to do something a little different. Simon doesn't do karate, however he owns a coffee shop right next to my dojo and I see him
work with my hands. So.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So I see him almost every day. So this is Karate Over Coffee. So I thought we'll get the
coffee side.
Yeah, exactly. The coffee sensei in. So he's actually sitting across from me. So it's a little bit odd, but we are 1.5 meters away, which is
that's probably different to your normal guest.
yeah, exactly. So Simon, mate, introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and also how did you get into coffee?
Yeah, cool. Well, this is the first business I've owned. Same with my wife. We just recently got married, but we just started this together. Basically, studying uni throughout all the semesters, we'd be working casual jobs as baristas. Eventually, you work for something so long, you go to love it. But we also really like coffee, like people, love food. So we decided that one day we would open a shop. We just didn't know where it would be.
Just before we get married, that's not.
Yeah. Didn't do the test first.
Yeah.
Owning a business.
So you're saving all this money to get married, and you're like, let's open a business.
I did the business first, and then marrying got delayed again.
Yeah.
But we
Were you planning on getting married during the COVID time, or?
We were supposed to. Actually, no, we got engaged in November last year. So about everyone we know and all of our friends have had their weddings delayed, but we planned ours in 6 months and did it straight away.
Okay.
So really lucky. Didn't have to do anything small, just did a normal party. But our cafe, like Chin worked as a barista, Chin's my wife. And then she went off to be a nurse, which she's been nursing for 7 years, and then I went off to work in science, in laboratory science for 2 years. And we both decided that there's a really good gap in the market where we live in South Brisbane. There's not so many coffee shops. There's a really good centre here, with this dojo and 2 other gyms around. It's excellent.
Other gyms?
Other gyms, yeah.
Are you calling my karate dojo a gym?
I guess.
No.
By a barista's
similar,
definition, it might be.
Yeah. Well, on a Saturday,
everyone comes in sweating, so
yeah. On a Saturday after training, I will go in and there'll be 20 of our guys wearing karate uniforms. So yeah, that's good.
Absolutely. Saturdays are big days.
Yeah, Saturdays are huge. Yeah, Saturdays are big here at my dojo, and so in the centre that we're at, we have a 24/7 gym. We have a fit stop gym, which is like an F45, and we have a
kids gym,
a kinder little gym. Yeah. Plus, because we're in Brisbane, there's a pool shop, and they're busy 9 months of the year. So on a Saturday, it's crazy here, which is great. But so my wife is the same. She's a medical laboratory scientist. So why did you get out of that? Were you bored of it, or?
Yeah, for some reason, it was a great
job,
great environment, but the work itself got really repetitive.
Yeah.
The shift, I had to do shift work as well. I was in a 24-hour lab, so quite often 5 p.m. to 2 a.m. Or 6 till 2 I'm used to, but those nights and 6 weeks at a time. Just doing the same work. And no connection to people either.
Yeah.
I guess because there's no patient in front of you, so it's different to when I'm serving coffee and you get an instant gratitude or instant feedback. But looking after samples was just a little bit impersonal.
And limited opportunities, I think.
Absolutely,
as well.
I think the only way you can move up is to get out of science and get into management.
But and also, well, my wife, we actually almost moved to Melbourne, mate, just for her job.
How long ago?
Way before COVID.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, maybe 4 years ago.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
5 years ago. So before I opened the full time dojo, yeah. So, but yeah, look, it's similar to me. I was selling cars for a long time, and but I wanted, I didn't want to do that for the rest of my life, and wanted to do something. Wanted to own my own business.
Yeah. Is it everything you turned out to be? Like everything you thought it would be?
Well, I'd done it before.
With owning your own business?
Yeah.
What did you have before?
Oh, I had a lot of things, mate.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I sold undies.
Oh.
Yeah, sold them online.
Did you like custom prints on them or something? Or
No. We would sell.
So like a drop shipping thing?
Well, this is before eBay. So, I mean, before eBay was so huge, or Amazon. So this is 2006, 7, 8. We would sell small undies. We buy them from Korea, and we would sell them.
They're not the other type of undies from Japan, like special ones.
No, those ones, mate. No, we might make some money of those ones, but no, we sell small undies and send them around the world because it was hard for women to find smaller undies. And bigger
niche market sort of thing.
Very niche market, yeah. And then we went the other way. We sold big undies in Australia out to smaller, like places like Korea, Japan, China, where it was hard to find. But now, everything is so global. Yeah. So, and then I've had my dojo since 2006. So I've done it full time before, and then But anyway, coffee. This is what we're here to talk about, mate. Coffee. What do you generally drink? What's your?
I always drink black coffee. Just the only way to live. To make it all, it also tastes the best. People don't realise that. But, usually someone's been burnt somewhere, not just the coffee. Someone's been burnt by like a bad long black or a bad, flat white. It's got that typical bitter taste. Or might be sour. Usually it's just a combination of roasting and how it's made. So
is it the choice of milk or soy milk as well, or
I don't know. I think soy milk. Most people are driven to alternate milks out of like diet need. So can't have lactose, can't have dairy, or might need lower sugar. But I think soy milk could be good as well. Obviously it's kind of like whatever your base is, the quality of your base, which is the espresso in the bottom of the cup. Like if that's good, then adding soy milk can't ruin it. But if you start with something bad and add good soy milk, it's still going to taste bad.
Well, here's something interesting: is when Simon came, when you introduced when you came into the was it like a year and a half ago?
Yeah, December 2019. So it's like a year and a half.
Year and a half. Oh, yeah, almost 2 years.
Yeah.
So it's September now. So so there was a Zarafas across the road.
Yes.
And
there's a chain here, isn't it?
It was a chain, and they were there for a long time, mate.
Yeah.
And
I think I went back to like 2010 on their Facebook.
Okay.
Before.
But obviously the difference in coffee, like they're milkshake flavored coffees, or
basically, very syrup based, high sugars.
And when you came, like it just exploded, man.
Yeah.
Like it's just, and it so there's Raffles lasted maybe 6 months.
Yeah, they did.
Maybe not even. And then another coffee shop turned up.
Yeah,
same place.
Opened the doors again of Zarafas, but renamed the place.
And they lasted not even 6 months.
Yeah.
Hard time though during COVID, but
it's
still.
so difficult. Like we opened 4 months before COVID.
Yeah.
And if we didn't have that 4 months of traction, I don't know what it would have been like.
Yeah.
Just to have a really receptive open at the end of the year as well, which people are normally on holidays, so it's a quiet period anyway.
Yeah.
But we're really grateful to be there over summer because even during that time we built up some regulars that kept us going when there was lockdowns. So. Yeah.
Well, I think you've sort of changed how people view coffee in Salisbury.
I think so. Yeah.
And also, like, not only that, like, obviously your coffee is so fantastic, and people come around from ages. Like us. Here's a story. I was at a pet shop buying food.
Oh yeah, you told me.
Yeah, I told you this one.
The guy behind the counter was regular.
Yeah, like it's probably 15 minutes away in the middle of just a shop. And anyway, we started talking, and I think I was wearing a karate shirt, and he said, "Oh, where do you do karate?" And I said, at Salisbury. He said, I was next to Supernumerary. I went, oh my God, how do you know? He goes, oh yeah, I'm there all the time. He goes, tell Simon I said hello. I'm like, holy shit.
That's funny.
So
we
get
that all the time. Like I can't go to the local supermarket without seeing a regular. And it's good. It's so community based. Like this making someone a drink that they have every day. You can't just be the barista. You end up getting to know them, and like
that's right. Yeah,
it's probably the best part about the whole thing.
Well, yeah, I think one of the awesome things is people will remember your order, like, and the stuff that you've got. Like, obviously, you handpick those stuff because they're all of the same sort of vibe.
Yeah,
you know, they're all.
It's the only way we can have days off if they're all the same. As
exactly. Yeah, they're all relaxed. They know who you are. You walk in and they already know what your order is. And like I see when other people come in, you already know who they are. Like for me, because I'm here every day and I own the business next to you. I expect that you know me, but you know everybody else as well. You know who they are, their order. So
almost to a creepy level when people think we're stalking.
Yeah, that's right.
They only come in once, but we still know they have a flat white or something.
Yeah. How's little Johnny's birthday? Yeah. Oh, good. I was watching. What? Yeah. That's too close.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was at the park.
Don't worry, we'll edit that part out. But and also the food. I want to bring that up.
Yeah, food.
So if you go to this is what happened to a friend of mine at a cafe not far from here. He was at the Aldi and he looked over and next to him was the owner of this cafe buying waffles at the Aldi and buying them.
As in like he knew he was the owner, like you recognised him.
Yeah. Oh. He's buying the waffles at Aldi for I don't know, $4, $1 each, and then charging $7. This guy's looked at it, he's like, well, why would I ever go back to that place?
Yes.
Whereas he's selling $1 Aldi. I understand how to make a profit, obviously, because we all do it, but you don't go to the local Aldi. You maybe
in the same suburb? Or?
Same suburb, yeah. You travel 10 minutes where nobody knows your name. But also, like, your food is, this is from perspective, and I haven't talked to you about it, but from the outside, it looks like you've done your homework on how to get the best croissants, the best pastries, like you sell standalone coffee, like in coffee bags.
Yeah, like take-home bags. Yeah.
Take-home bags, drip coffee, all of these things that you don't think about when you go to buy a coffee. It's all there, and it looks like it's hand-picked, it's different, it's unique.
I think it's the only way to be different, man. Like, it's kind of like if you're a chef and you're cooking for someone, or even if you're cooking at home and like you're cooking for your family, you're never going to serve something you wouldn't eat. And I think a lot of businesses in the food industry probably get too caught up on margin and what it looks like on the plate, and not what it tastes like. And probably don't eat a lot of their own food. So our menu's only got like 4 things on it. Like avocado toast isn't a plethora of random things from the garden. There's no flowers on it. It's just avocado and toast. And literally that's what everyone wants. Yeah,
but it's the best avocado. It's the best bread, right?
Yeah, I mean, like we're lucky in South Brisbane too. We've got markets around the corner. Like Brisbane markets, they're so big, and we can get deliveries like every morning. In 10 minutes. Like in emergencies. Croissants, we didn't have them for a year and a half. We only recently started getting them every day.
You used to get them on the weekends.
We used to pick them up on Saturday mornings ourselves because they wouldn't deliver, they weren't big enough. And now they're busy enough, we can get them every day.
You need to go back to selling those, that Saturday morning you did those.
The burgers?
Your burgers.
Only on our birthday, man. So December 16th.
Well, I went to go get one, but you sold out so quick.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. But I think we only ordered 50 buns. That morning, because we didn't know what would happen, but that was on the shop's first birthday.
Oh, okay.
So the next birthday, more burgers.
How about a half birthday?
Half
or three-quarter birthday, which could be tomorrow.
It's celebrating every week.
Well, it's September 16th tomorrow, so
true.
We might.
And it's a Saturday.
And it's a Saturday. Oh, we have a grading tomorrow too.
A grading? Oh.
Just a little one, but
what ages? Or just all ages?
Maybe 3 or 4 kids. But next weekend. Yeah, it's an adult grading, so we're there from 11 till 1.
Do you think there's more people here, like more people turn up for gradings?
Yep.
Are they all from your dojo or from other dojos as well?
Just from my dojo,
Is there any sort of like cross-referencing grading with other dojos? So do you have like a guest educator or anything, or just yours?
Just one. No, not just one. I'm 5th dan, mate. 35 years karate. I don't need anybody else coming in.
Whereas in the coffee industry, you'd have like guests from every roaster all come together and make sure something is what someone says it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I guess it's kind of like wine though, like wine and beer, like there are standards, I guess.
Yeah. Well, what? How do you choose your coffee beans, or where did you choose it? How do you go about that?
Yeah, coffee's becoming more and more like the wine industry. So with wine, different grapes usually determine the name of the coffee, like Chardonnay, Shiraz, Pinots, all those. They're just different grape varieties. And sometimes they can all be made the same way, but taste completely different because just that grape, its makeup's different. So you might have different levels of sweetness, different levels of acidity. One might have tannin, one doesn't, all that stuff. And then there's the way the wine's made as well. So coffee goes through the same process, different varieties. They're all coffee. They're all Arabica, which we know is the preferred strain of coffee. So there's Arabica and Robusta.
Is there?
Yeah. So there's two main coffees.
When you say we all know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We know all the ads say like 100% Arabica.
Yeah.
That's like a brag for a big company, but
okay.
Pretty much every coffee shop should have just Arabica.
What is Arabica?
It's like the coffee that originated in like the Middle East, basically.
So
everyone
Arab.
says,
okay.
That's where the Arab comes from.
Right. So I thought coffee was originally South America.
Well, no.
Okay.
The French took it everywhere, I think. Yeah.
From Middle East.
Probably not from the Middle East. Probably from East Africa.
Okay.
So like Middle East is just above East Africa, and that's why Ethiopia is so popular for coffee because there's only like a tiny bit of sea there, and the beans have travelled over and it's been replanted a long time ago.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why it's called rub, because they started in people say it started in Yemen, which is like the neighbouring country to Ethiopia. So branching down from Arabica, there's like hundreds of varieties, and some of them grow well in the current climate, which is getting warmer, and some of them don't. Usually, a farmer's going to pick a varietal to plant based on where his farm is. Like, what's the altitude? How hot is it? What's the soil like? All that stuff. And then on top of that, they want to know what the flavor's like. So there might be 10 varietals he can plant, but one of them tastes the best for some reason. One of them does better in like Brazil than it does in Colombia. Yeah. So each country's usually got its own type of coffee as well. And then we basically pick coffees for our shop based on transparency. So do we know where it came from?
Yeah, make it ethical.
Is it just packaged and says Brazil, or does it say Brazil, the farmer's name, the date, things like that?
Yeah, okay.
So we look for that. That's like transparency and is it ethical? Yeah, for sure. And then on top of that, flavor. We've gotten to know what our customers like, and selfishly we probably pick things we like and then hope the customers like it. But it's like that with any food product. The chef's got to love his food to serve it, sort of thing. We love our coffee first.
So why is Australian coffee so good compared to when you go? I was telling the story another time in the previous episode, but I went to New York and the coffee was it tasted like dirt. It was just like muddy water. It was weak. So when I was at a Starbucks, I had to get like 12 extra shots.
Yeah, just to taste something.
Yeah, just to taste. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Maybe we're spoiled so much here.
I think we are. Definitely, Melbourne has that reputation of being the home of coffee here. It must be somewhere along the line, like
is it the climate that's better?
Done something, but I don't think the climate's better. Like, I think it's just it might be just a cultural thing. How much Australians love coffee and how much further we're willing to pursue making it better.
Maybe we're all just so tired.
That's probably
we need a strong.
Yeah, the days are too long here.
Well, let me ask you this: what do you drink at home?
If I need coffee at home, I generally just drive to the shop and get someone to make it for me.
Oh, really? Okay.
Because I live 5 minutes away, which is probably like the best business decision.
Me too. Yeah. Actually, I used to. Now I don't.
You're temporarily somewhere else.
I'm 10 minutes away now. I know it's
10 minutes
disgusting.
more too.
Well, it used to be a 3-minute walk.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I can't walk. I could scooter if I wanted to, but definitely. I just come to work. Sometimes I'll make a French press, which is like the plunger.
Plunger.
It's so easy. Like ground coffee, hot water, 10 minutes, and then press.
But you don't want to. This might be a myth, but you don't want the water too hot to burn the coffee, right?
Yeah, like when you said that might be a myth, it's slowly becoming a myth. So if you picture, I always liken roasting coffee to cooking steak. So everyone loves the cross section of their steak to be like a sear and then like a little bit of pink.
Yeah.
Some people like more pink, some people like it well done. Coffee can be roasted the same way. So like from the outside in, it needs to be well developed. So ideally from a coffee roasting point of view, we want like well done beans.
Okay.
They want it cooked from outside to the middle, but we don't want the outside to burn.
Yeah.
So that's
a fun line.
That's the balance with roasting. So before roasting got as good as it is now, and I guess palates have changed as well. The outside of the bean used to be roasted more. It's generally darker.
Yeah.
So that's generally where bitter flavors can come from, overdeveloped flavors can come from, all sorts of weird tasting notes can come from burnt beans.
Yeah.
So if you've already got a burnt product and then you're adding hot water, you don't know if it's the water or if the beans are burnt.
Okay. So with your French press at home?
Yeah, so we use a light roasted coffee. I just boil the kettle, and that coffee is really lightly roasted, so I can't burn it with hot water.
Yeah,
because it's got more room to be cooked in a sense.
Yeah, all right, okay. So, but if you've got dark roasted,
if you have dark roasted coffee and you put boiling water on it, like I don't know, maybe 90% of that is just the fact that it's dark roasted.
Yeah.
And the other 10% is it's been cooking away too much.
And what is your take on Blend 43 or International Roast?
Yeah, very.
Why are they the best?
Medicinal points. They have lots of caffeine.
Yeah, mate. Well, I was actually talking to one of the Australian athletes, and he was in hotel quarantine for 2 weeks.
Oh yes,
yeah, and he had
hotel coffee as well.
Yeah, Blend 43.
Oh, he's lucky. Didn't get the International Roast.
No, yeah. Well, the International Roast is just powered like it's just. I mean, at least Blend 43, they're kind of granules.
Yeah,
right?
kind of. They're actually like instant coffee. It's literally just brewed coffee, which is then freeze dried.
Yeah.
So it's crushed up. It's a crushed up cup of coffee. It's really weird.
And then we add other stuff to it.
Yeah, we just rehydrate the coffee.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
You think we should just get the spoon and throw it in?
Oh, you could. Silly.
Or
just
snort
take
it?
some no-dos. That's always
yeah.
Just caffeine tablets.
We're not 19 anymore, mate. We can't do that. All right. Well, look. What are you up to? What's next for you guys? So your wife Chin is here a lot too. So it's not like you just
job life.
But
she's a nurse most of the time, cafe sometimes.
And she's very supportive, obviously too.
Yes. Like she kicked me up the butt to start the cafe. We kind of like wanted to wait longer.
Yep.
She recognised the opportunity just as much as I did. So she loves coffee and food. It makes it easy.
So how are you going to take over the world, or is it just Brisbane, or what?
Just South Brisbane, just Salisbury.
Just Salisbury, because it's straight out of Salisbury.
Yeah, there's enough people here. They're all pretty good.
Yeah. So no aspiration for a second shop, or?
Yeah, it seems to be the thing to do in the business when you have something good, is to do it again or duplicate it.
Mm-hmm.
There might be a level of degree of greed, or it might actually be the right thing to do. With us, I think if you were to open another shop. It might just be a bit greedy. I don't think we need it. We're just a couple. We don't need a 10-shop empire. We don't need a chain. We're more interested in, as we buy most of our stuff from other people, our coffee, our food. We don't bake our own bread. We buy it from a bakery. We want to take out some of those supply chains and start doing them ourselves.
Yep.
So we're going to start with coffee. We'll start roasting our own.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. There's nothing wrong with making money.
Yeah, I think you can just make the first thing as profitable as it can be before you go somewhere else. Any improvement.
It's the same as a karate dojo.
Yeah.
Many people try to duplicate it, but they can't because they don't have the staff.
How far would you have to go with dojos to not infringe on, having members that live close to both? You'd have to go pretty far away.
Well, there's two ways you could look at it. You could make one that is 15 k's away, or 10 let's call it 15 minutes, where the people have the choice of going to mine or going to my number one or number two, and then you get the extra 15 minutes from the other side.
Yes.
So there is more choice than that.
It does have a bit more reach than it seems.
Yeah. But it's very hard to duplicate something where you are fully invested yourself as a soul.
It comes down to staff and your team.
Yeah.
Who's with you? Who's working with you? How many senseis do you have?
Yeah, exactly.
How many can you rely on every month? Because you're going to be at this one, you can't be at the other one.
I think there can be a time when you can duplicate it, but you need everything. You need all of those steps set. You need everything set up.
You need to treat it like a franchise, right?
Yeah. And if you do have a second franchise, if you do have a second location, well, there is a theory that you need 3, because if you set up a second one, all of your focus goes to the second one, and you forget about the first one. Whereas if you have 3, then you don't have time to focus all on one. You're focusing on the 2 plus the other one.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it creates a better perspective.
Yeah,
everything
where it should be. Yeah. Unless you have somebody that you can rely on that first location to open a second.
Hard to find. Yeah.
There's nobody more invested in your business than yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
And
no matter how many times I can teach someone to do something,
that's right.
It's still not the way I would do it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they don't have the. Yeah, I mean, we both have employees, but it's not the same. They're not here at 7, 8. Well, they probably are for you, but
they are pretty early.
They're not here Sunday 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Checking something or following something or cleaning something or
going to Aldi to get waffles.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I think we'll finish up there. Thank you very much, Simon, for coming on.
No, thanks.
So check if you're in Brisbane area or if you're dropping into Brisbane, make sure you check out Supernumerary Coffee. It is
come say hi.
655 Tui Road, right next to the dojo. Yeah. So if you're going there, come and say hello to me. So don't just let me say rude. Alrighty. Thanks, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you for listening to Karate Over Coffee. And if you're enjoying the podcast and getting something out of the episodes, there are a few things you can do to help us. If you don't already subscribe to us on YouTube, please do so. We release these episodes every Friday morning, Australian time. Plus, we release some smaller espresso shots during the week on both our YouTube channel and our Facebook community group. You can also subscribe to us on our Apple or Spotify. Leaving a 5-star review will be very beneficial as well. If you have any suggestions or topics or feedback or anything that you want to talk about, please put it in our comment section on our Karate Over Coffee community Facebook group. If you'd like to support us, please visit our online shop where we have official Karate Over Coffee shirts, hoodies and mugs available. Your continued support is appreciated and a vital way for the podcast to keep moving forward. Thanks, guys.